What's up, guys? I'm finally back again. I know it's been a minute since I did a video, but I'm finally back. So let's jump into another One Piece reaction. And today we got chapter 1109 entitled Termination. So let's see what's going on. All right, so on the cover page, we got Onigashima, it looks like. It says a submerged Onigashima. Okay. So if I remember correctly, Onigashima didn't land in the water, it landed on the land, but just kind of give me vibes of, the ancient Wano that we saw. So is this like foretelling of something that's about to happen to Wano? Is it about to get flooded with water or something about crazy about to happen? I don't know, but let's jump into the chapter. And it says a message to the world. All right, you guys remember at the end of the last chapter, we had that cliffhanger with Vegapunk about to make some big announcement to the world about the truth, and then it cuts out. So let's see if we're gonna jump straight into it. And then, okay, so it looks like we're going back a little bit in time. It says, Stella, is this wise? Zaza. Even if you set this broadcast to start suddenly, it may not work. Hmm? What do you mean, Shaka? All right, so Stella and Shaka having a discussion. And then, okay, so yep, so we see them. It says, we're counting too much on people being ready to receive and relay this. All right, so I'm guessing there's like a limited broadcast range that they're going to be able to send this message out to. So they're relying on somebody else, getting this message and being able to pass it on. He's like, you know how it is with information. Agencies always spread the news all around the world by the next day. All right, so Morgan's going to come in handy. He's definitely going to hopefully pick up this broadcast. And then what do we got right here? You think so? But what if someone intercepts or censors our message? All right, so Shaka thinking of all the negative possibilities. And then it says, you're right. Any suggestions? And then what do we got? So we got all the battleships out there. And it says, where's this broadcast coming from? It's coming from every ship's transponder sail. All right, so the message, so we're back in real time right now. We see everyone kind of freaking out in this next panel. We see the Den Mushi right there. It says, we could piggyback off of the Navy's comms traffic. Cut the connection. Okay, so they're like, yo, cut the connection, cut the connection. That's the thing, we can't. All right, so Vegapunk and them figured out a way to hack into their network and keep them from cutting the system. He's like, that would also allow us to force a worldwide constant broadcast with our signal strength and maximum. All right, so that's only gonna go to, the people that are within earshot, I'm guessing, of, any naval communications. But as long as somebody hears and spreads the word, that's all they're gonna need, right? All right, what do we got right here? Okay, so we're going back to Luffy in his Nika form right there. He's got one hand on Saturn. He's got Kizaru in the other hand right there, and he's like, "Huh? What's going on?" He's like, "I'll see that that'll make it possible for anyone with a transponder snail to receive our initial voice message." Oh, damn. Okay, so anyone with a transponder snail, and we see Luffy, and says, "But they'll still need a while to prepare their visual transponder snails. The time to set that up will vary from place to place." All right, so they're like, okay, we can get the voice message out relatively quickly, but in order to get the visual message out, like that's gonna take a second, and it's gonna vary depending on location. And then we see Saturn right here. He's like, let's take an interval of 1 hour. What are you planning to say, Vegapunk? All right, so he looks kind of pissed. He's like, what truth or what beans is he about to spill? Is he about to drop a dime on the fact that, um, there's like ancient weapons that everyone needs to know about, or that the Gorosei have been, eradicating people that they consider threats to them, like O'Hara? Are they going to be, revealing the truth about Nika and, Kuma, and, who knows what they could be revealing, right? And then we see, okay, we got Usopp, we got Nami and Chopper, and I think the little Vegapunk, I think that's Edison. He's like, that's Vegapunk, right? An hour, that's too long. Don't you realize what'll happen in that time? Where is it coming from? Why now? All right. What do we got down here? Okay, so we got the Giants rampaging right there. There are people who won't be pleased when we start this broadcast. They may find a way to terminate it before we finish. Fair point. In that case, let's set the preparation interval to, and then we see, like I said, Giants just wreaking havoc on all the Navy soldiers right there. 10 minutes. All right. So Luffy and them got to buy 10 minutes. Vegapunk, that's your voice, right? And we see Sanji, he's carrying, Vegapunk. He's all wounded. He's like literally dying right now. He's like, if you move me, my blood's going to spill out. And then, oh, hey, whoa, whoa. I'm not liking the shading we're seeing on Vegapunk right now, like tongue hanging out, like real kind of grayed out right there. We see Sanji, he's like screaming, he's like, hey. And then we hear the message beginning, people of the world. And we see, oh, Saturn, he's looking pissed. And then we cut over to the Holy Land. Mary Joao, okay, what do we got? Saturn, have you dealt with Vegapunk? What is this transmission? What is the meaning of this? All right, so they're getting the transmission too. They're listening in. All right, Kizaru delivered a killing blow. I saw it myself. Hmm? He should be dead. Could he have set up Deadman switch so that this message would play upon the death of his main body? That seems likely. We have no way of knowing what he will say. All right, so we got the four Gorosei that aren't in the field sitting around right now listening to this Den Den Mushi, wondering, contemplating like what truth, is about to be revealed. Obviously they're not gonna admit that it's the truth, but Vegapunk's about to drop some knowledge on people. All right, is if we can just pinpoint the source of this broadcast, the only location that seems plausible is the Label stratum on Egghead, but it's currently protected by the barrier of his. All right, so they're trying to figure out like, okay, the only logical place would be the one place that's still protected for him to be broadcasting from, and we can't like just recklessly go in there. All right, what do we got? What should we do for the remaining 9.5 minutes? Got that. We could get inventing. There's so much to do. How about some coffee? All right, so we're still, flip flopping back and forth, going between, their conversation that they're having about preparing this message and seeing some of, what was actually happening during it, and then seeing real time what's happening with the Gorosei, listening in, what's happening on the island. We see Luffy holding Saturn in them still. And then, okay, we're cutting over to Dressrosa in the New World. And they're like, did you hear that? This is Dr. Vegapunk we're talking about. If he's trying to tell the entire world something, it must be a big deal. All right. So this might kind of counteract, any chance the Navy has of refuting any of this message, because Vegapunk is so well known, the things that he's done for the Navy, maybe not specifically, but everybody knows that Vegapunk is the number one scientist for the Navy and the world government. So they're gonna be like, okay, anything that comes out of his mouth is like gotta be true. He's like the smartest man in the world, right? And then they're like, get a visual transponder snail out here. Put up a screen. Hurry, we only have 10 minutes. All right, so everyone's hustling. They're trying to get these screens up. All right, what do we got back here? Uh, the wise men, Luffy land kidnap. What's happening? All right, so we got all the Tontadas right there. We got Leo. We got Rebecca right there. Don't tell me you guys trusted another bad article about Lucy. All right, no. Oh, okay, and we got the screen. It looks like up in the background right there. I could also calculate the probability of interference happening. We've got the video ready. Is that Vegapunk? All right, so the world is starting to see Vegapunk right here. Oh, yeah, okay, we're cutting over to Fuchsia Village, East Blue. All right, Party Bar. What's this all about? I thought it was just going to be more news bad mouthing Luffy. All right, so obviously this is Luffy's hometown. They're going to root from him. Any type of negative news that they see about him, they're, obviously not going to believe. They know they saw Luffy grow up. They know what kind of person he is, so they don't believe the lies that they see. And they're like, visual transponder snail. If only the village had one. How about it, Mayor? And then he's like, hey, who's going to pay for that? Raising it wouldn't be free, Isn't having audio enough? And he's just like, looking at them. All right, man, damn, we're going everywhere. We got Water 7 now. We're in the Grand Line. All right, we got Iceberg over here. And Iceberg's new secretary, Alice. It says, yawn, Alice. Prepare to screen the message. Yes, Mr. President. It's already playing in the room next door. Screens for each stock are also being prepared. It's nighttime, but considering the importance of this event, a summons has been issued notifying all citizens to be at a screen within 10 minutes. Is there anything else? All right, so they're like literally waking people up, but again, because this is a message from Vegapunk, everyone's like, yo, we better get up. We better go listen and see what he's got to say. And then, of course, we got Morgan's in the World Economic Journal. What's with this feed? It's being relayed through Navy frequencies, but it's unencrypted. And then, okay, it looks like we got Rebecca right there. Where are Luffy-san and the others? Or not Rebecca, Vivi, excuse me. And then we got Don't Be a Ditz. Look at the clock in the background. That isn't the current time at Egghead. All right, so Morgan's automatically, he's got a keen eye for details. He's instantly notices the time. So he's already starting to realize like this is a recording. This must have been pre-recorded. After all, the Buster Call is bound to have reduced the island to a sea of flames by now. All right, so they know about the Buster Call. They know everything that, or not everything that's going down over there, but they know they're under attack, and they're assuming that this is probably a pre-recorded message that would play upon the destruction and death of Vegapunk, right? We got the West Blue over here. It's Vegapunk in the flesh. I heard his mind was a cut above the rest, but this isn't what I expected. All right, so they're seeing the little apple on his head right there, and this is kind of the first time he's being seen publicly. So everyone's kind of probably like, "What the hell? This guy's got?" I mean, I guess he looks smart, but an apple? Like, what's going on? All right, we're up in the frozen North Blue right now. The man who lit up the world. Down in the South Blue, it's nice and tropical. He's going through all this trouble. What does he want the world to know? They might be the invention of the century or something. All right, so this is gonna be a cool scene. All these scenes in the anime. Cutting to all the different locations. All the places that we've been to or we have some type of connection to. And then what do we got over here? Okay, so we're going into the Kamabaka Kingdom, or excuse me, Queendom. So this is where the Revolutionary Army is temporarily stationed, and says it'll take 10 minutes to brew the coffee. I won't get a sip in. All right. What do we got here? I see the probability of interference in this time frame is exceedingly low. All right. So they figure, okay, 10 minutes. That's enough time for people to get the transponder or, the transponder snails set up. That's enough time not for the message to get cut out by some type of Navy interference. So this should be just perfect. What is Vegapunk up to now? More importantly, has he lost his head? So I guess they're used to seeing him with that big old head of his, and this is the first time they're seeing him in a long time. Eva's been in prison, for many years, and then we got all the Revolutionary Army commanders. It looks like it says, so that's the Doctor Vegapunk everyone's always talking about. He's quite the man to do this in the middle of a crisis. And then we see Sabo right there. He's got the dot dot dot. And then we see Dragon remembering back. If you guys remember, kind of when we first got to Egghead and we got up to the lab, we saw that flashback of Vegapunk talking to Dragon, and he's like, a genius knows or can predict the future, and I think I know when I'll be dead, and I'll be dead soon. And we just see Dragon kind of just looking on ominously. All right, then we're cutting back to Egghead over here. Oh damn, what do we got? Looks like my punches don't damage you. So I'm guessing that's Luffy talking to Saturn right there. And he's still got Kizaru in his hand, but Kizaru's made of light, so it looks like Kizaru's getting ready to fire beams out of his eyes right there. Oh damn, okay, so even though Luffy's still hanging on to him, looks like he just got smacked by both Saturn and what's his name at the same time. He's like, I'm not letting you two run off right now. All right, so he's still holding on with a death grip though. Hell yeah, Luffy. He's like, not till I'm sure my friends have escaped. Gum Gum. All right, what crazy attack are we about to see on this? Uh, Booming Dawn. What the hell is that going to be? All right, so he's got one in one hand, one in the other. And then he does a symbol and just smashes them together. Damn. You just see this big clash in the middle of his hands right there. And he's in like this massive form, so he's got these big ass hands. And then you see him fall and it's like straight out of Looney Tunes. They just completely pancaked flat right there. They got the little stars going above their heads. And then, oh, damn, not Luffy just straight disrespecting them. He's over here spinning them like a pizza on his fingers. He's like, since you keep getting better no matter what, I'll send you flying for good. Damn. Okay, so he just sent them like this, just flying. And we see both of them. He's like, okay, we see the Navy soldiers probably on the battleships. They're like looking through the binoculars and they just see something coming. They're like, he threw something. And they're like, wait, what? And then it looks like, damn, okay, so he looks like Saturn just smashed right into this battleship. Bam. And we see Luffy, he just starts cracking up. He's laughing. He's having a good old time. And then we see, okay, Kizaru looks like he was able to recover a little bit. It says shift. What do we got this? Or was that Kizaru that went into it and Saturn that shifted? Okay, I think, yep, Saturn. All right, so he's like, cartwheeling around right there, and we see Luffy. His eyes are bugging out of his head. He's freaking out. He's like, "What's it gonna take to keep you down?" It's like, all right, he's getting frustrated. And he's like, damn it. And then, okay, yeah, so that was definitely Kizaru that landed and smashed into the battleship. We see him getting called on right now. Kizaru-san, what in the world happened? Are you all right? Admiral? Admiral? And he's just lying there flat on his back right there. And is this man crying or is he just huffing? It almost looks like he's crying, or maybe he's just like, okay, yep, I got my ass whooped. Like, I'm gonna stay down this time. All right, what do we got next? Okay, so Saturn's still using the momentum and he's going in for another attack on Luffy. Looks like he's trying to reel around to him. He's like, there's no time, Saturn. We cannot allow Vegapunk to speak freely. All right, so does he have like, is he still holding a Den Mushi? Like, is that how he's communicating with the other Gorosei, or is he like telepathic linked with them? I can't quite figure it out. Let me know in the comments if you guys, like, if I missed what's going on. But what do we got? All right. Okay, so it looks like the giant ship is here. It's like, there it is. This is our ship. So, um, this is all Bonnie them. They got carried off. He's like, I hope Vegapunk and the others are all right. Oh, damn. Okay, I don't know what this means, but we see Saturn. He's like, I shall perform the summoning. And he just looks ominous very well. All right, what the hell is going on? All of a sudden, looks like we see this big black streak right there. And then even the Navy soldiers, they're like, what the? Black lightning? All right, what the hell is going on? Wait, no. Did did he just summon the other the other four Gorosei members? Bro, are we about to have a throwdown already with the Gorosei and Luffy? No, this can't be. Bro, even Luffy's bugging out right now. He's like, what's going on? Oh, damn. And then we see, okay, we see Sanji running away with Vegapunk right there. And he's like, the hell? It's just like when that spider geezer appeared. And he says, the planets are aligning. Oh my god, the Gorosei is about to show out in full force. Oh my god. Okay, so usually when we have big battles or big enemies, Luffy always kind of takes that first L, and we haven't really seen him take a big L to the Gorosei yet. So, are we about to see Nika just get his ass whooped and have to be bailed out by the Giants and run away to Elbaf, like, in order to save face? Or is he going to be able to hold out and allow Vegapunk's message to get out and allow everyone to set up the Den Mushis and transponder sails? And yeah, what craziness, like what power allows them to summon people, because I'm guessing that's what that is. Like, damn, let me know what you guys think. It says break next week, of course. So I had to get back into it right when we go on break, but that's okay. Plenty of theories cooking with this whole summoning and planets aligning and what we're about to see. Still we got Blackbeard. We still haven't seen the resolution of what that happens, with Caribou and Katarina Devon and all them. So yeah, that was an excellent chapter. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter. Let me know if I missed anything. Let me know if you guys have any crazy thoughts or theories. I'd love to comment on it. And yeah, have a wonderful day. Make sure to like and subscribe.